What's up? Thank you for tuning in with Profe Gayu. So I'm here in the States. And right now I'm going to do a little stroll, a nice walk. Voy a caminar por un rato para que ustedes puedan saber un poquito más de esta área. I'm going to do a walk so that some of you can get to see some of the area over here. So I'm walking along the Chesapeake. The Chesapeake is a large bay, the largest bay in the United States. It's la bahía más grande en el país. So I'm walking along this bay just to give you guys a little idea of where I'm at. Give a little more picture of the bridge right here. So, what's the topic for today? So basically today, I wanted to talk about traveling. Now, I'm in my mid-30s, so I've traveled quite a bit. I tell you, the first foreign country I've been to was Mexico, and Mexico is a common destination for North Americans, folks from Canada and the U.S. The most common destination as a foreigner is Mexico for those countries, because Mexico is, close, but yet it's still different, a bit exotic. It has a lot to offer. It's a big country. Mexico is definitely a big country. Tijuana is very different from Cancun, which is very different from Guadalajara, which is very different from Veracruz, which is very different from some of the border cities like Juarez and etc. So, what is Mexico like? Well, I've only been to Cancun, Veracruz, Puebla, Mexico City, and that's basically it. And one thing I can talk to you all about Mexico is it's diverse. My favorite part of Mexico would probably have to be the Yucatan, but it's a very diverse country, and I recommend folks, if you get the opportunity, to visit Mexico. Flights are cheap going to Mexico. Another popular spot for North Americans is the Caribbean. Of course, countries like Jamaica, DR, Bahamas, where, if they're not going to those places for the resorts, they're going to those places for the it's nice little view right there with the sun. If they're not going to the Caribbean for the resorts, they're going to the Caribbean for those cruises. So, and in the Caribbean, I've been to, probably the majority of the countries I've been to have been in the Caribbean. Bahamas, well, Puerto Rico's not really a country. Well, I guess it is, if you count that. Dominican Republic, Cuba, and then some of the European territories like Saint Martin, Martinique, Guadeloupe. And I feel like I'm missing one. But that's it for the Caribbean that I've been to. I'd like to go back to Cuba at some point. And I like to go to Haiti once once things settle down over there. Also, I'd really, really like to go to Trinidad and some of the South American countries that are closest to Trinidad, like like Venezuela, Guyana, Suriname. Yeah, so in Central America, I've only been to Belize, and Belize is dope. I highly recommend Belize if you get the opportunity to go. It's a small country. It's not. It's underdeveloped in a way that not necessarily that it's very poor. Of course, it's a poor country, but underdeveloped in the sense that it's not overdeveloped like some of these other countries are. I mean, they still have, tons and tons of land that's just basically unused. If it's not part of the jungle, it's it's just unused. I mean, and every time you turn around in Belize, there's some sort of Mayan ruins. There's ruins everywhere. There's ruins in the back of like people's yards. There's ruins in like just everywhere. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like that before. So where I'm at right now is a small town. I just drove out here because it's next to the water. It's a small town right off the bay. Well, this is a river right here, but the bay is further down. Yeah, so in Central America, I've only been to Belize, but I really like to go to Panama, Honduras, El Salvador. I really like to hit up those countries as well when I get the opportunity. For South America, I've been to only Colombia, Ecuador, and Peru. Now, for some of you who don't know, I actually was in the Peace Corps. I went into the Peace Corps after I got out of college, and I lived in Peru for over 2 years. Definitely a great experience. But I have not been back to Peru since. One day I will, but at the same time, it's a big world and there's so much I want to be able to see. So I will go back sometime down the line. Of course, so you see my videos. I was in Colombia recently for the first time. Well, some time ago. And you see my videos. I would like to spend more time in Colombia because Colombia, there's a lot to see in Colombia, and I felt like even though I was there for like maybe like 10 days or something, I felt like I just wasn't there long enough. Next time I go, I'd like to be able to go to Cali and Santa Marta. But of course, my next trip, I'll definitely be going to either Bogota or Medellin again. So yeah, but I like to go to Brazil. On top of Venezuela and Suriname and Guyana. But we'll see what happens. I know that when I left the Peace Corps, before I went back to the States, I wanted to do a month traveling from Colombia to Venezuela and throughout the Guyanas, but because I failed to plan I didn't realize at the time that Suriname was requiring U.S. citizens to get a visa, and it took time to get that visa. So because I was doing this planning at the last minute, I didn't have time to get a visa, so I didn't go. I just went back to the States. So I'm gonna do a loop here, make a left, do a loop, and then come back on the other side. So this town, it's really, really small, but it's compact. They have some residences here, a lot of like seafood restaurants, a few bars, and a lot of residences, like folks who own their houses or folks that have like apartment buildings, and they'll rent it out. Some of these places are seasonal, some of them are year round. There's a marina here. And there is a the University of Maryland has a campus over here as well, a marine campus. So there's also a marina as well that is occupied. These cages, right, as you see right here, are used for crabbing and oysters as well. So basically, they'll put the cages in the water, they'll open the cages, and then that's how they scoop up, the different shellfish. Y para la gente que no entiende inglés, lo que pasa es que en estas cajas aquí, nos ponen la agua y abren la caja para sacar todos los cangrejos y pescados diferentes. Somos en esta área de la bahía de Chesapeake, hay mucho mariscos, pescados diferentes. Esta área es muy conocida para eso. So you look at the water, you see some little fishes there, you see some fishes. Fish, not fishes, fish. Maybe you see some crabs. I don't see any crabs. Here's a couple of bars right here, well, bar restaurant, I guess. Pretty popular bar restaurant over here. You always hear people talking about it. It gets really crowded over here on the weekends. So this is the first time I've actually seen the marina empty like this. I think the few times I've been here in the past 2 years, it's always been crowded with boats. Or maybe that's because all the boats are out. We'll see. So further up this hill, that's the University of Maryland, Chesapeake campus. Yeah, so what was I talking about? Yeah, so let's see. I've never been to Africa yet. So Africa is one of the continents that I have not been to that I really, 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 really want to hit up soon. Um, one of the first places I want to go to is Tanzania. And outside of Tanzania or Tanzania, however you want to pronounce it, is Cape Verde. Cape Verde. And Tanzania, they speak Swahili, and Cape Verde, they speak Portuguese. Mozambique seemed like a pretty nice place to go to as well. But you know, we'll see within the next 2 years. I will definitely be making a trip out there. So here's the laboratory for the University of Maryland right here. Here's some more. I guess this is where they do maintenance on some of the boats at the harbor here. And on this side is where you actually is the bay side. And the breeze is different over here. So on the other side, there's not really much of a breeze because that's the side of the river. Then the river wraps around over here, and then it opens up into the bay right here. And it's very cool. You get that cool bay breeze. Es una brisa fresca por aquí. So this is part of the whole. This area over here is part of the campus of the University of Maryland. Este es un recinto de la Universidad de Maryland en este lado. Pero es un recinto de la Universidad de Maryland específicamente para estudios de la Marina. So on this side you have sailboats. Sailboats en español son barcos que andan con la brisa. So people often come here just to chill out and get a nice view, relax. Some people come here to fish. So I would not be surprised if people are here fishing. A veces la gente viene aquí para pescar o solamente para disfrutar la vista con la agua. Más allá es el mar. Entonces la bahía está más allá y más allá es el mar. Y hay mosquitos por aquí también. Muchos mosquitos. Sí, es una vista bonita. But it's a very cool breeze. Very cool breeze over here. So you see these little things, these little devices, and the water here. Those devices are machines that measure different things in the water. Basically, they're doing studies. They're monitoring. They're monitoring the water, whether it's the temperature, tide, movements of animals, all that stuff. And this pier right here is part of the university. Este muelle aquí es un parte de la universidad. En estas cositas que están en la agua están haciendo estudios diferentes de la agua. Puede ser temperatura, el nivel de la agua, los animales, de muchas cosas. So this is the other part of the university over here. It's not big. This campus is not big. It's really small. Mainly for those students who are studying particular parts of environmental science and marine life. Now further over there is a military base. It's a Navy base that focuses on aviation. Más allá es un base militar que enfoca en aviación, los aviones. Entonces, todos los pilotos en la Marina o en la Armada del militar tienen que venir aquí para estudiar. Son casas de gente normal, pues bueno, son casas normales. I imagine it's quite expensive to live over here off the water. I imagine. So what was I talking about before? Probably my next trip, if I'm not going back to Colombia before, it will probably be to Europe. I'm going to Spain or Portugal or France. That will likely be my next trip outside of going to Colombia. So when I go out there, I'll be definitely hitting up different sites, sharing with you all many different things. Hola, yo soy Kayla, ¿cómo estás? Muchas gracias por venir. Thank you for coming. Yo soy Kayla. So basically, if you're just coming on, I'm just taking a walk. I'm back in the States for a few days. I'm just taking a walk, just showing the area, because I know a lot of the people that watch my channel are not from the States. You know, where folks from the States, they look at this and say, "Oh, all this stuff is boring." But a lot of people that watch my channel, a lot of my subscribers are from DR. So they have not really seen some of these types of houses or landscapes and things like that in person. So I just want to share with those folks who are not very familiar with stuff like this. But yeah, my next trip outside of Colombia will definitely be going to Europe. most likely Spain, Portugal, and France. Probably do a couple of weeks out there. And I don't have any plans in the near future to go to Asia. However, I've been to Asia. Todo bien, mi amor. Y tú, you know, estoy bien, gracias, muchas gracias. Yeah, it's always, and you understand, it's always a bummer to go back to the States. I mean, when I knew I had to come back here, man, I couldn't sleep. You know, I was getting anxiety. No, I had to come back here. And then when I got here, as soon as I got off the plane and left the airport, I was ready to leave. But thankfully, I'm only going to be here until next week. And then after that, I'm going back to DR. So I don't know if you know, yo soy Kyla. I live in Santo Domingo. So I know a lot of foreigners that live in like more of the touristic places like the North Coast or like Las Arenas or Punta Cana, but I live in Santo Domingo. And Santo Domingo has all the amenities that I need. England. I've never been in Europe. And you know what? I'm gonna be honest. I've never had any desire to go to England. But tell me, should I go to England? Is England a good place to visit? Is England worth spending $1,000 on a plane ticket and going out there? Is it worth it? I know, a side note, yo soy Kyla. I just got finished watching Top Boy for the first time. So it reminded me of, you know, one of those shows like The Wire and stuff from the States. But and that takes place in London. But again, I have no interest in being in the States. Yeah. And I'm telling you, like, every day I spend here, I'm just like, yo, I cannot wait to leave. I cannot wait to leave. I cannot wait. But I tell you, you know, being back is good to see family. And, you know, I get the opportunity to do a little shopping, to get some things that I can't really, I mean, I can pretty much get anything I need out in DR, but getting it to DR costs money. So I can avoid that extra expense by getting that stuff while I'm here. But apart from that, nah, I'm just counting my days. Counting my days. So yo soy Kyla, do you live in DR? Do you live in, or are you there part-time? And if so, if you do live there, I remember watching one of your videos. I think you were living in Santiago, or you were visiting Santiago. I'm not sure. Yes. Yo, so Turkey was actually one of my options for my next trip, going out there. If I couldn't go to Turkey, if it became like just like too complicated, I was gonna go to just do France and Spain and Portugal. Yeah, Santiago. Yeah. So I'm correct. Okay, good. Yeah. I saw you were spending a lot of time out there, but I know I remember watching one of your videos, and you said you had to go back to States or England. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's good. You're living there full time. How do you like Santiago? Tell me, how do you like it? And why Santiago and why not one of those more touristic areas like on the North Coast? Because there's a lot of folks out there in the North Coast, and a lot of foreigners, and which is cool. But at the same time, I want to be amongst foreigners sometimes, but I want to spend most of my time amongst Dominicans, learning more the culture and really immersing myself. But I'm not gonna front. I was in this past weekend. I went to Cabarete, and went through Sosúa, and I was also in Las Serenas as well. And it was nice being able to be around some foreigners and talk about certain things, especially my vets out there. I'm a military vet, so being around, seeing other military vets and being able to talk and stuff, that was really cool, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't have that experience in Santo Domingo. In Santo Domingo, I don't see a lot of foreigners. Even where I live at, I'm the only foreigner that I know of that live in my community. But that's cool. That's pretty much how I like that. I like that because I'm fully immersed in the culture, but still, I'm not Dominican, and still have a lot to learn, a lot to know, and all that. But Santo Domingo is dope, because I tell you this, whatever I need, it's not too far away. Ah, so your family's in La Vega. Okay. La Vega. I'm not too familiar with La Vega, even though I passed through there this past couple of days ago, coming from Cabarete. Dope. Yeah, I've never spent much time in Santiago. I would like to. Yeah. That's a good point. So I guess I can do that. I can go to places like Santo Domingo where I don't feel like I need to be around a lot of foreigners, because I can communicate in Spanish. I can speak Spanish. Where other foreigners, they may feel like they want to be around, they feel more comfortable around folks that speak English. So I get the reason why a lot of folks will flock to those more touristic areas like Punta Cana, or like the North Coast. But I tell you this, if you really want to learn Spanish and you really want to pick it up, you got to immerse yourself. You got to get thrown in there with the wolves, where if you can't speak Spanish, you can't eat. If you can't speak Spanish, you can't get nothing done. And that will force you to learn the language. Now, yeah, Santo Domingo is crowded. Yo soy Kyla, I agree. Santo Domingo is crowded. Now, I don't live like in the center. I don't live in the Distrito Nacional. I live in Santo Domingo Norte, but still, it's crowded. A lot of people. You got to deal with, traffic when you're going certain places. It's still a headache, but at the same time, at least me personally, it's nice being close. It's nice being close to everything. It's nice having a Price Mart. It's nice being close to the malls. It's nice having like the option, if I want to go to a particular restaurant, I can go. It's nice being really close to the airport. It's nice being close to the beach. It's dope. Exactly. Yo, and if you really want to get immersed in the country, I understand why I understand why one person would want to move to another country. I get that, but I think part of the experience of moving to another country is being immersed in that culture and getting to know that culture. And I just feel like if you don't put in the effort to learn the language, then you're selling yourself short. You're really selling yourself short. But one thing I like to do in the near future is spend a few days, spend a weekend in Santiago. I hear there's a museum there that is goes over some Dominican history that I really like to be able to take advantage of and get to know. I also like to get to be able to visit some of the small towns and what do you call it? In Cibao, like Moca, like La Vega, some of those like San Francisco. Like, get to know some of those towns, because even though small towns have a lot to offer, and a lot of folks, I don't see a lot of folks on YouTube sharing their experiences in those towns. So, and you too, Yo Soy Kyla, I've seen, I'm not gonna say I've seen all your videos, I haven't, but I've seen a lot of your videos, and I think it'd be, especially the video, one of the most recent videos I've seen was a video where you were getting like the massage, and it was like some sort of like massage treatment where they were like, massaging and reshaping your figure. That was dope. I enjoyed that video. But no, I think that it'd be good if you could share more of La Vega, some of those smaller towns, because they are really. Yes, I will. I definitely will. I would definitely go to Santiago soon. And the reason why is because recently, I just started driving in DR recently. This past weekend was the first time I actually driven. No, the second time I actually driven. So I rented a car and drove, and I enjoyed it. I mean, I'm sick of dealing with InDriver and dealing with Uber, and it's nice to be able to get in the car and go where you want to go. I really enjoyed that. So I'm going to be doing a lot more driving around and traveling throughout the country real soon. The smaller towns and also big cities like Santiago, and yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan. Check out that beautiful view. I like this view right here where you have the sun is shining through the clouds over the bridge and shining off the water, and then you hear the sounds of the water crashing against the rocks. That's dope, right? I like that. Getting in touch with nature. I like that. But yeah, I was surprised about Las Terrenas. Las Terrenas was very relaxing. It's not, if you want to go to a place where you want to go like the parties and concerts and things is jumping all the time, Las Terrenas is not it. Las Terrenas is where a lot of older foreigners go to, where they go there to relax, maybe have a drink at a restaurant or bar right by the river. I mean, right by the sea, and just chill. That's Las Terrenas. That is like 100% chill mode. It's like it's like the opposite of Sosúa, where Sosúa, I feel like it's more like stuff is jumping, stuff is happening, which is similar to for me Boca Chica, where there's always like stuff going on, stuff happening. I think because of Boca Chica being so close to Santo Domingo, that's like the playground for Santo Domingo. So that's why it's like that. But man, Las Terrenas, it's really, really chill. Like, you want to go someplace and relax, that's it. However, I was surprised. The toll road to get to Las Terrenas, 400 pesos. 400 pesos. That's the most expensive toll that I've seen in the country. 400 pesos to get into Las Terrenas, and 400 pesos to leave Las Terrenas. So, and that's on top of the 200 pesos there and the 200 pesos here, leaving from Santo Domingo to go to Las Terrenas. But it's definitely, it was not what I expected. I expected it to be more like, more like Boca Chica or Sosúa, but it's not. But Cabarete, it was my first time in Cabarete, and Cabarete is dope. I mean, I feel like the best way to describe Cabarete, maybe a small version of a combination of Sosúa and Las Terrenas. You put those two together, and then you minimize it, and boom, Cabarete. I like Cabarete a lot. They have it's small, but they still have like quite a few restaurants, a few discotheques for those like that. It's still close to some outdoor activities. They got caves. It's still relatively close to Sosúa and Puerto Plata. So if you wanted to do more, or go to more restaurants, or have some more day or night activities. Those places are close by, but yet Cabarete is just like chill. You don't have to worry about that traffic. You know, folks honking their horns. You know, through the night, and the loud music through the night. I mean, you have some music, but not like overbearing like some of those other places. So Cabarete, if you have not been in Cabarete, I highly recommend you check it out. What did she say? Yeah, I would definitely go to Santiago. That's definitely a plan because I need to get to know more Santiago. What else? Punta Cana. I've been to Punta Cana a few times, but I've been there for the resorts. I have not been there to actually like go sightseeing. So Punta Cana, La Romana, and in the near future, I'm going to be taking some trips out there because those are unknown places for me. I've been to a few beaches. A couple of them I will not return to in DR. Guayacanes, I will not go back to Guayacanes. Where is Guayacanes? Guayacanes is located near Guandolio, which is basically halfway between Boca Chica and San Pedro. So I will not be returning to there. Not at all. Salinas. If any of you have ever heard of Salinas, Salinas is where I guess it's on the other side of Bani. So if you coming from Santo Domingo and you're going towards Bani, once you pass Bani, you get to a small peninsula, and there's Salinas. Salinas is dope. That is a really, really nice spot. One of those small local Dominican tourist spots that is jumping on the weekend. It's not like a real party atmosphere, but it's a place where it has multiple beaches, and it has some nice eateries, and it's a nice place to go out there to enjoy with your significant other or your family. Yeah, but I'm about to cut this live off in a few minutes, but I just wanted to share with you all the area here. And thank you, Yo Soy Kyla, for tuning in and your commentary. I really, really appreciate it. More footage of La Vega and also Jarabacoa and other towns. Yes. You know what? I would really, if you were doing some videos of that area, that'd be dope. Because I do not see a lot of videos of La Vega. You do see some of Jarabacoa, but definitely not La Vega, no. And I plan on going to Jarabacoa, doing a weekend trip out there, probably within the next, if not, probably not this month, but definitely if not this month, next month, I'll be going out to Jarabacoa for a weekend. So just for those of you who don't know, Jarabacoa is sort of like in the mountains. It's sort of like a mountain town. If I can compare the weather, it'll probably be more closely to Medellin, if those who are familiar with Medellin in Colombia. So it's a cooler atmosphere. They have whitewater rapids. They have zip lining. They have a lot more hiking, a lot more outdoor activities going on there. So there it is. But hey everyone, thank you for tuning in with Profe Gallo. Hey, yo soy Carla. Muchas gracias por tu apoyo. I really appreciate it. And for everyone else who's been tuning in, thank you. And I'm signing off, and I'll see you all soon. Peace.